At least 6 Republican presidential candidates appear to have qualified for next month's first 2024 GOP primary debate. To take the debate stage, the RNC requires candidates to reach 1% or higher in at least 2 qualifying national polls and 2 state polls. They must also have at least 40,000 unique donors. Here's a look at the 6 candidates who appear to have met those requirements. Senior elections analyst for 538, Jeffrey Skelly, has more on this. Jeffrey, how does your team determine which candidates have met these qualifications?
Well, obviously, the Republican National Committee gets to make the final decision on who is actually qualified. But we're looking at the metrics you discussed there. We're looking at whether or not they've said they have 40,000 donors. We're looking at whether or not they have either two polling paths, 3 polls of 1% or more in national surveys, or 2 national surveys with 1% and 2 polls from early voting states like Iowa and New Hampshire with at least 1%. So we're looking at who has met those guidelines, and we're looking across sort of all the polls that are coming in and whether they meet the Republican National Committee's guidelines for being included as a qualifying poll, one that can affect qualification. The RNC has laid out that you need to poll at least 800 likely Republican voters for a poll to count, which is a pretty high bar that a lot of polls don't necessarily meet.
Now, who else might make the cut over the next few weeks?
I think the most obvious name there is former Vice President Mike Pence. He has sufficient polling support at this point to meet the polling thresholds. However, he has not said whether he has 40,000 unique donors, and they need to be unique donors. So we're waiting to see when he announces that. He's obviously got some time before the August 23rd debate to meet that. So he's pretty likely to make it, probably. The other name is former Arkansas Governor Asa Hutchinson. He has the polls, it looks like, based on some recent polling, or at least, pending the RNC confirming that. But he said earlier this month that he only had 5,000 donors, which is a long way from 40,000. So beyond that, it gets a little tougher, I think, for the remaining candidates, just because they're well short of the polls that they need, and there's not much sign that they're going to get 40,000 donors.
All right, Jeffrey Skelly, great to have you, Jeffrey. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.